Therapy System. Erectile dysfunction can be caused by more serious health problems. See your doctor if you have ED symptoms.
I feel a lot of energy. I feel good. I feel vibrant.
And our love life has really increased tremendously after using Pos-T-Vac. It's just like a honeymoon all over again.
And so I tried Pos-T-Vac about 6 or 7 months ago. And my God, my life has changed completely.
It has really changed my life. It is a product. It does not matter if you're in your 50s, if you're in your 60s, or in your 90s. The product works 100%. Best thing that's ever happened to us as a couple.
Hi, I'm Rob Locke.
And I'm Sandra Staggs. Thanks for joining us for this very important program. Important because if you are a man or if you love a man, this show can make a difference in your life.
Now, you've no doubt been hearing about Pos-T-Vac for years now. And you may know that it is the all-natural alternative to prescription drugs for men with erectile dysfunction, or ED. But did you know that doctors and millions of couples all over the world have discovered that Pos-T-Vac can enhance or even restore your own natural sexual ability? And here to help us understand more about ED and what we can do to correct it is Dr. Ken Rutledge. Dr. Rutledge is a board-certified urologist and surgeon specializing in the treatment of erectile dysfunction and its related causes.
Now, he's been practicing for more than 30 years in the U.S. and abroad and is currently a specialist with Urology Associates, a prominent medical group. Dr. Rutledge, thank you so much for joining Rob and I today. Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you. It's good to be here with you today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Great to meet you. What are some of the reasons or the underlying causes that these men have when they come to your office?
Men with ED, there's just about every organic cause you can imagine can be involved with this. Any of the organic diseases that can cause problem with blood flow, any of the nerve damage like surgery, and anything that can lower the testosterone levels. All of these can be associated with ED.
So it's not just all in your head.
Absolutely. And organic diseases are the cause of 90% of the ED issues. The number one reason for ED is smoking, but we also see anything that affects the vascular supply, and diabetes being one of the biggest ones. High blood pressure, high lipid levels, and obesity. This is rampant. 48 million Americans.
You have these problems and you're taking medications, probably your medication's affected as well.
Exactly. So it's an awful situation because not only the disease state can affect it, but also the medicines that you may be taking. We're using high blood pressure medicines and using them to lower the blood pressure to keep a person from having a stroke or a heart attack. But anything that we use to lower the blood pressure may also be a part of causing ED.
It's a kind of a catch-22, isn't it? Because if you have high blood pressure or you're taking medication for it, or you have heart disease and you're taking medication for it, and that produces ED, then you're totally darned whether you do or you don't.
And it's great that we have alternatives today. And that's where the next step in my algorithm would be to go to Pos-T-Vac, or the vacuum erection device, for treatment. And so what we see today is between 40 and 70 years of age, over 50% of men will have some degree of ED.
Wow.
So this is a very, very common problem.
Now, the obvious treatment that I think probably everyone on the planet knows about are those 3 little types of pill that you can take, the Viagras and Cialises and Levitras of the world.
Yeah, I call that the chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry.
Great with ice cream.
People want quick fix. I mean, people, they want to pop a pill for everything. And I would prefer to do something that is a little bit more natural.
And these pills are good when they work, but recognizing that many causes of ED, the ED is too disease state. There's too much disease state for the medicines to work. When they don't work, then we move on to use a vacuum erection device. That's my next go-to.
And what is a vacuum therapy system? What is?
Well, these are very simple mechanical devices, and the nice thing about it, once somebody purchases it, you've got it, so there's no extra cost involved with that. But this is a simple tube that goes over the penis to suction up an erection, and then a soft elastic ring that goes down to the base of the penis to maintain erection. Now, we don't want to maintain erection over about 30 minutes with this type of device, and when we do rehab, typically we'll do 10 minutes a day.
then this is like, it's almost like a workout as well.
Exactly. Because what we know is that when we use these, there will be greater natural return erections quicker.
Oh, so you can get back to your old performance level
Exactly.
if you go through therapy.
And
That's
so-
interesting.
And also we know that it will keep a man from losing length, which is important, I think, to every man.
I would say that's probably quite important, yes.
How quickly does it work?
These work very quickly, as opposed to the medicines which were dependent on absorption and vary from 30 minutes to an hour. This will begin being effective within 4 minutes. So it's,
that sounds very, very good
That's
to me.
fast.
Yeah,
That's
because
very fast.
it's something that we see is a very simple solution, but a very good long-term solution.
Yeah, so how effective is it?
It can be as highly successful as 95%. So
Wow.
these are highly effective devices that give a good degree of success.
Well, we've always been close. We've always been close. We like to dance. We like to cuddle. And it came to where, with the erectile dysfunction, when you think you're going to have sex and it doesn't work. And that just pushes both of you away. But now, with the Pos-T-Vac, it works. It really works. It brings you back together.
So when you really want to have sex, you can actually get ready and have sex.
It's not like waiting for a pill that takes an hour and a half to work, and then halfway through,
Quits working.
it doesn't work.
Pos-T-Vac works. It really, really works. And after 10 years of doctors, shots, and pills, I was saved. We were saved.
Absolutely.
And I'm stronger than ever. Really, trust me, it works.
Pos-T-Vac took the medical situation that I had, which is erectile dysfunction, and turned that around.
Well, it's been a great tool in our relationship and our marriage and our sex life. It's great, and it is very effective.
Okay, so Dr. Rutledge, with Pos-T-Vac, there are no pills, there are no drugs involved, correct?
Correct.
what about going to the doctor's office? Once you have a Pos-T-Vac and you're using it successfully, are repeat visits necessary to the doctor?
Not at all. And so this is something that can be safely used and continue to be used without intervention of being involved with doctor visits.
Well, that's good
great.
to know. What, nobody wants to go to the doctor, do you know? Obviously, that's right. You know, drop them a Christmas card once and again, you know.
Fruitcake.
That sounds good.
So let's just recap very, very briefly in case you've just joined us. Today we're learning about Pos-T-Vac. It's a vacuum therapy system, and it's all natural, it's drug-free, and it is, we believe, the recommended solution for the problem of ED. Dr. Rutledge has explained that Pos-T-Vac is over 95% effective for ED, no matter what the underlying cause. It literally puts you in control. And here's the really important part, at least for me anyway, and I'm sure for you. It's 100% safe. It's 100% natural. You can use it as often as you like. There are no drugs, and therefore there are no unwanted side effects. You don't need any prescription. You don't have to visit your doctor. Pos-T-Vac is FDA approved for marketing as a treatment for ED. And you're going to see results within less than 4 minutes. Not only that, it lasts as long as you do, about 30 minutes each time. It's 100% guaranteed to work for you, or you get your money back. Literally, Pos-T-Vac is putting you in control again.
So don't wait. Call or go online right now. Pos-T-Vac is approved by Medicare and most insurance companies. So your Pos-T-Vac system may be yours at little or no cost to you. The people at Pos-T-Vac even handle the paperwork for you. You just make one phone call and they take care of the rest.
If you're one of the millions of men that have tried an oral medication, I don't care if it's a prescription or a non-prescription, if it didn't give you the results that you want, you should not give up. You should try a vacuum therapy system, a Pos-T-Vac system. It will give you those results.
Trust me, after 10 years getting to this point and seeing that nothing else works and trying Pos-T-Vac, man, I hit a home run. First night.
Absolutely.
She's just means the world to me. And I want to do everything I can to enhance our relationship, not take away from it. And with Pos-T-Vac, I've been able to do that.
Pos-T-Vac is a miracle that I have looked for, I have begged for, I have prayed for, and now I have something that now I can enjoy life again.
We're here with Sam and Dale, the most adorable, loving couple I've ever met. Welcome, Sam and Dale.
Thank you.
Lovely
nice
to meet you.
Nice to be here.
Now, Sam, tell us a bit about your story. What happened to you?
Well, I was having a problem with an erection. So when I talked to the urologist, he recommended that I try Viagra. Well, I tried that, and it was not working because I was on medication for blood pressure. So
it didn't work at all, or?
Not at all, really.
Wow.
It didn't help me. And I went back and asked, and he said it was because of the blood pressure medicine that I was taking. And he suggested Pos-T-Vac. I took it and tried it, and it worked wonderful.
It worked the first time?
Oh, yeah. It takes approximately 2 minutes once you've learned how to use the procedure. About 2 minutes, you go in the bedroom.
Wow, that's even more better than 4 minutes. So 2 minutes. So,
did you notice Dale was smiling? Big
she was
grin
smiling.
there.
So you can be very spontaneous, because I think a lot of people probably think, oh, it's a device and it's going to get us out of the mood. But you're saying it's very spontaneous and you're ready to go, and
it lessens the time that you take. You know it's going to.
You know it's going to work?
Exactly. You know it's going to work. You're going to go all the way through and have a happy ending.
Well, it's back to like when we first got together. I would definitely recommend Pos-T-Vac to anyone out there that's having a problem with ED. It's one of the best products on the market.
And well, there you have it. I mean, what more can we say? With Pos-T-Vac, you never have to compromise. You really can have the kind of exciting, spontaneous sex life that you used to have.
Yes. Absolutely.
And all of the satisfaction and none of the frustration.
That's right.
So call now and discover the difference Pos-T-Vac can make in your life.
I have had erectile dysfunction for probably 9 years, 10.
Wow.
And
A few years.
a few years. I have tried everything, spent a lot of money. They don't work. And the pills that the doctor gave me quit working. So I'm sitting there one night, flipping through the TV channels, and I saw a Pos-T-Vac commercial. So I said, okay, send it to me. Didn't pay anything for it. Insurance paid for it, and it works.
Pos-T-Vac works really well because it keeps us active. And that's what every marriage needs, not just speaking with each other and having your normal arguments every so often, but you need to have a regular, good sexual relationship, and Pos-T-Vac does that.
We got to where we didn't want to touch each other, just in case somebody got aroused and you couldn't do anything.
So we don't
We
have
couldn't
words
hug.
anymore.
We couldn't hug. We couldn't kiss. Now we can. But now it's back. It's back.
Life's normal.
It's us. I mean, you're almost putting me in tears because I get sentimental about her.
Tell me.
Well, I just love her to death. And with Pos-T-Vac, I can love her to death. I can't tell you how big of a deal it is. Because if you're going to lose your wife that you've loved all your life, because it's 46 years, I was 18 when I got married. That's all my life. And I'm going to lose her because of erectile dysfunction? No way. No way. Go get it taken care of. If the doctors can't take care of it, the doctor will tell you to get a pump, get a Pos-T-Vac. It is easy to use, and it's a great deal, a big deal.
Joining us now is Charles Hilson. Charles, first of all, welcome. Great to have you.
Thank you very much for having me.
Now, I understand that you suffered for something like 8 years before you discovered Pos-T-Vac. So what was that 8 years like for you, and what happened when it began?
Well, I'll tell you, I had cancer. I had prostate cancer surgery in '04. And I went about 7 or 8 years taking a bunch of pills, trying this, trying that. Just nothing never worked right for
Must
me.
have been scary and frustrating to...
So it was just frustrating times. And so what I did was, in June, I think, I went in and the doctor told me about this product called Pos-T-Vac.
And they were recommending that to you as a therapy and not necessarily just for...
Well, after he mentioned the needle, sticking a needle in it, you know, that was, I didn't like that idea. I can imagine, you know, it's up and I'm out, you know, and then implants.
They didn't seem like good options.
No. And so I went in and I got the Pos-T-Vac and I used it for therapy. This is what I recommend for all guys. If you're having this problem, use it first of all for therapy. Bringing back what you lost. Like you go to the gym to try to work out. You go walking, try to exercise. This is exercise for the man, okay? A lot of men need this, whether they've had cancer or not.
And remember that in a lot of cases, using the Pos-T-Vac has actually helped to bring back men's natural sexual function. I don't know if you've experienced any of this. You have?
Exactly.
Tell me
I
about
take that
it.
as a yes, an unequivocal yes.
Yeah, that's the good part about it. It's being worked, so it's regenerating itself.
Wow.
So you can get back what you've lost. I recommend to all men, whether you got a problem, had a problem, or whatever, do this to start exercising yourself, and it will help you. I guarantee it.
The rehabilitation has given me a sense of confidence that you know, I am not a 67-year-old man today. You know, I feel much younger. With Pos-T-Vac, I found that I can count on it. It doesn't let me down. You know, it's paid for by my insurance, and it was something that I did not even have to do. Pos-T-Vac filed my Medicare and my insurance claim, and it was all done. They just sent me the package. You know, what better gift can you have? In my 50s, I found a need for Pos-T-Vac. I found it's worked for me so well that in my 60s, I came out of retirement to work in customer service, just to let people know on a first name basis that it can work. Your life is not over. It can be just beginning anew. You can regain the youth that you once had. You can have the confidence. You can have the relationships in your life that are meaningful and supportive. It's a way to be young again, and it's simple.
Well, joining us now is John Burnson and his wife, Beverly. John, Beverly, thank you very much for coming.
You're welcome.
So, John, what happened that made ED an issue in your life?
Oh, I would say probably more than anything, it was just age.
Well, and then you got
Right.
diagnosed with prostate cancer.
Right, and and then I got the diagnosis. No, not at all.
Only
not
added
at all.
to it.
Right. After the surgery, we went to a sex therapist doctor, and he started prescribing everything available. There was, of course, the Viagra.
Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. I apologize.
I know.
But you're laughing about it.
The
so.
good news is there's a lot available.
Yeah, there is.
But the better news is Pos-T-Vac works.
Yeah, right. I mean, I was taking Viagra still.
And how did you tolerate that? How did...
Well, with the Viagra, I would have side effects with elevated temperature. My face would get real flush.
He was hot to the touch.
I would get very, very warm. People would say, "Oh, do you have a sunburn?" That kind of thing. I would get comments like that, and
You had headaches.
And headaches, yes, I was getting headaches all the time. Viagra did not work. I don't care what strength. That was not working. The Cialis was not working. Levitra was not working. And so then my doctor said, well, let's try the Pos-T-Vac. And so fortunately my medical plan covered it, which was wonderful. And so then we started that, and wow.
Pos-T-Vac worked the first time.
Yes, it just works every time. There is quite an expense doing anything else, and Pos-T-Vac is just there. I mean, it is ready to go.
It's ready to go when you're ready
when
to
you're
go.
ready to go.
Well, John, Beverly, thank you very, very much indeed for joining us. It was a thrill talking to you both, and you've educated me, so
Yes.
thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
And for everyone else at home, how great would it feel to never have to worry again about ED? Well, with Pos-T-Vac, you can be ready for sex anytime you like, in less than 4 minutes. You never have to wait for it to work. You can be ready the moment that the intimate mood strikes you.
That's right, and you get all the pleasure and satisfaction and none of the downsides.
And really, as we've been talking about throughout the show, why would you take risks with prescriptions like Viagra and Cialis and Levitra when Pos-T-Vac is over 95% effective?
And 100% guaranteed to work for you or your money back. What a quality product. It's FDA approved for marketing, and it's the only ED solution that's covered by Medicare Part B and most insurance companies.
And also, you know, speaking of Medicare, that brings up a very important point. If Medicare or your insurance company are only going to pay for one vacuum therapy system, if you order an inferior device, well, you may have lost your chance to get a genuine Pos-T-Vac through your insurance. So make sure that you choose first time and the only time the Pos-T-Vac system.
So call or click now and find out if you can have your own genuine Pos-T-Vac at little or no cost to you.
I have a rock and roll band. And we do blues, rock and roll, some country. It's called George Croft and the Velatones.
Actually, we met through some friends, and then he was putting on a Christmas benefit. And they were practicing where we had met. And I was like, I looked at him, and he was singing and showing everybody the ropes, and I was like, it's pretty cool.
I stayed in the entertainment business, but then I developed this prostate cancer. My attitude was dismal. I was very negative. I was depressed. I'm talking about seriously depressed, okay? And there was no medication out there that would make that any better, because I tried them all. I mean, I truly thought about, you know, checking out. That's the truth. And Pos-T-Vac, for lack of a better term, intervened in my life. I tried it, and boom, Pos-T-Vac changed my life.
It's a miracle. It really is. It's a true miracle. It's changed our relationship. I mean, I can't keep up with him. So, and
you know what? If you was my best friend, I would demand that you try the product, because you see, I know that it works. 100% I know that it works.
And now we welcome back Dr. Ken Rutledge, and we're joined by the man himself, Mr. Ed Stewart, president of Pos-T-Vac Medical. Welcome, Ed. Thank you for joining Rob and I.
Well, Ed, president of Pos-T-Vac, can you speak a little bit to the quality of this system and why it's considered by so many to be #1?
Absolutely. We manufacture everything in the United States to start with. And that gives us a big advantage on quality and on ingenuity. Our systems are probably 4, 5, 6% more effective than they were 5 years ago. You know, up to 98% effective today. A Pos-T-Vac system offers a 30-day money-back guarantee with it. Now, it also has a lifetime warranty on the prescription models, so if you buy that, we literally take care of that system for the rest of your life.
Can you say that again? I think I must have misheard you. A lifetime warranty?
A lifetime warranty on major components in that system, yes.
So you buy it, and you've literally got it for life?
That is correct, yeah.
And one of the things that really struck me about Pos-T-Vac, Ed, is that really the buck stops with you. You know, if all else has failed, or if people out there just don't want to take the risks or have all of the expense, added expense, of having to buy pills, or all of the nightmares that I had about potential injections and surgeries and the side effects of surgeries, and there really is only one viable treatment option that I know about and can think of, and I'm sure Ken will back me up here, and that is the Pos-T-Vac.
Well, you know, let's just be frank here. The majority of men that we treat or we help have previously tried oral medications, whether they're prescription or non-prescription medications. The majority of guys opt for a pill first, but it does not work for everybody. That's the nice thing about a vacuum device. It works on a very simple hydraulic basis. It works.
So that I see this today as for me, it's the number one place to go for rehab, number one place to go for those who fail medications, to be able to get back and have success that they desire with their spouse.
Exactly right.
You said your father started the company.
My dad develops this because he has an issue with ED. Okay, so I'm going along manufacturing these things, marketing these things, whatever, and ka-ching, I test positive for prostate cancer myself. So 5 years ago, I had my prostate out, and I knew the chances, I knew the risks, but I was not going to live with cancer. So I stepped right into the same shoes of my customers, and so I now have personal experience as to what makes a system a great system, and that's my mission.
That is an incredible story.
Men need to be treated for ED. That is one of the major items in quality of life. So you've lived your life, you've worked hard, and now you'd like to retire, or now you'd like to relax a little bit and have a good time, enjoy yourself, whatever. You know, you'd like to have that part of your life back again. So if medications don't work, this does. If you want to be without the medications, this does. If you have issues, this works. No more grumpy old man, right?
That's right. We don't want any grumpy old men.
I
We
did
want
notice
happy,
that
lively men.
Both these gentlemen did walk in with very big smiles on
Yes,
their
they
faces.
did. They did.
Well, Ed, thank you. Thank you very much for coming. And Dr. Rutledge, thank you to you as well. It was wonderful to meet you. And I don't know, what can I say?
Well, I guess we should close with the same message we opened with. If you are a man and if you love a man, Pos-T-Vac can make a difference in your life.
Absolutely. So may I recommend that you make the call that literally could change it all. Instead of letting anything stand in your way, why don't you and the one you love have an easy, satisfying and rewarding sex life with Pos-T-Vac?
Pos-T-Vac makes it so simple. Just one call does it all. Call or go online right now and let Pos-T-Vac open up your life.
From all of us here at Pos-T-Vac, thank you very much for watching.
Goodbye.
No hesitation. Make that call, because one call will do it all.
You won't regret it.
Will not regret it. It works.
It just pleases me to death that I please her because it works. And Pos-T-Vac did that.
I promise you, it's going to be the time of your life. You don't know what you're missing. I don't care if you're 60 or 50 or 75 or 95.
There's a product that you can rest assured of. It works. I'll tell anybody, it works.
It changed my life. It has changed my life.
This was a paid program for the Pos-T-Vac Vacuum Therapy System. Erectile dysfunction can be caused by more serious health problems. See your doctor if you have ED symptoms.